Pickaxe.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Cast Party. My name is Colin McManus, and I will be your director for today. I am joined by Ryan McManus.
Ryan McManus playing Bjorg Jorgensen, the Jewel of Debauchery.
And Nigel Deacon.
Hiya, I'm Nigel, playing Jackal Campman, the leopard loner striving for companionship and control.
That is right. It's just the two of you guys today because we're going into Bjorg's door. But how did we get there? Let me tell you. Last time, you all spoke with Mr. Jericho and warned him that Carmina was interested in him. He asked a few questions about her and seemed relatively unbothered by the news, saying he expects a CEO of a transportation company to want to know how to transport things long distances. You still ushered your warnings of potential malintent from Carmina and left to go get some lunner. Later that night, you were taken once more by the cocoon-masked individuals for mental training, though this time Lenore noticed a burn mark on one of their forearms. They took you not to Dominic's garden, but instead to a planetarium, where Dominic showed you the infinite that is the universe around you. He posited the question, how can anyone be motivated to do anything when everything we do will always be for nothing? That no one person changes anything about the universe. After a lengthy discussion defending your views and him prompting more from you, he told you that the individual spirit is what helps to create motivation, that even when staring insignificance in its face, that it chooses to fight back and make sure it means something. And that this was the basis for the Order of the Chrysalis' teachings. Dominic questions your motives on why you kept coming to these trainings and told you in order to meet Stratton, you would need to complete the training tonight, that there would be no more distractions and no more doors. You entered into the mental training, made the same choices as previously, picking your seed, where it would grow, and what parts of you to prune. Along the way, you felt glitching where doors would appear, and particularly in the hallway, you found paintings covering where your doors once were. Each door that emanated your color now covered by a painting that seemed related to each of you. A burning grandfather clock for Tevin, a man with dinosaur bones for Jackal, the Dreamkeeper in chains for Lenore, a man holding a bill for Bjorg, a painting of Wraithwood Farms with a mysterious figure for Poppy, and a painting titled Me and You for Santos. You continued forward after discussing possibilities for these paintings before finding your way to the garden outside the marble building. Except instead of the garden, you were confined in a brick tunnel. You felt the glitching here, but no doors appeared, though as you continued through, Lenore's door appeared in front of you. Upon inspection, it changed color. On one side, lavender for Lenore's and crystal green for Bjorg on the other. You decided since each time you were only able to open one door so far, that you would split up and go in both doors at the same time. Now, Bjorg and Jackal, you enter into this door as Lenore finishes her countdown, and you appear in a building with large glass windows out the front. There are vehicles made of metal and glass around you, and the two of you have just walked into this building together. But as you look at each other, you see that you both look different. You're both human. Similar enough features to what you recognize of each other, but completely human. And so the scene is set. The question is, Miles, who is this handsome guy? And you see a woman dressed in all black with high-waisted pants and a shiny belt come over looking at Jackal, and she's got a little name tag on that says Fern.
I think this is Jack.
Jack is your name?
I'm like kind of like looking at my hands and taking it in. Yes, that's right. I'm Jack. Pleasure to meet you.
Wonderful. Is there anything I can get you while you look at your options, Jack? Tea, water, coffee?
What? I'll take a coffee. That sounds nice.
Coffee, cream, sugar?
Yes. Please.
Oh, yeah, of course. Wonderful. You can follow Miles here, and I will bring it right over to his desk. And she gestures to a nearby desk. It's got a nice seat facing a blank computer screen and a single less nice chair on the other side of the desk.
Miles, you got like a servant or something? What?
I don't know. There's also, is this like a car but stationary? It's got a nameplate for me.
Is this a car? Are we looking at a car right now?
Yeah, you're in a car dealership, and you see there's a desk off to the side. It's still in the front of the dealership, so you're nearby a few other vehicles. Bjorg, you do notice one you remember from a memory of yours, this big black SUV. It might not be the exact same one, but it looks pretty similar. And all of them have your Bjorgly logo on them that you remember from your initial dream.
Well, Jack, have a seat, and I'll bring you over to my desk. I am so glad that you confirmed that your name was Jack, because I thought you were Jack, but you kind of don't look like Jack. You don't have ears, and I'm gonna run my fingers through my hair, and I don't have horns.
Yeah, you don't look the same, but I think this feels a little bit more enlightening about this whole experience, right? Well, oh my God, wait. What do I look like? What do you? Is there like a mirror? Maybe not mirror, like even like a reflective glass anywhere near us? The chrome on the Bjorgly.
One of these cars is really shiny, but it kind of distorts how you look. You know, if you look at yourself in a car, you kind of look either like way too short because of how it's not a flat plane, but you can get at least a good visual of your face.
Jack, if you stand up, you can look at in the showroom, there's the stationary car, but it's got windows. You can see yourself.
I'm like crouched over looking at myself in the chrome of the car. Like it's a very awkward pose too, to try and get like the right angle. Wow.
As you're doing so, you just hear some other guy go by and he goes, 20-inch rims. They look amazing. And he just gives you like a little nod as he walks by.
What does that mean? Miles, what does that mean?
Rims are usually associated with taverns and like the ales, but I can't picture a cup that big.
Right. This comes with 20-inch of those? 20 inches of rims?
Maybe it's like a talking point on how much that this thing can hold. It can hold a 20-inch mug of beer.
Just imagining Miles slapping the top of this thing. This baby can fit so much rims of beer. Wow. So do you think this place is yours? This is like your house with all of this stuff?
I don't think it's my house. It looks very similar to the place that I was last time. When everyone went under. And this is where I was. And there was a man who kind of yelled at me. So I feel like I'm not in charge here.
Oh, this must be like a job or something then.
I believe it's my work. And the vision that I saw in the painting was that of... It had this sort of style to it, this aesthetic. And my name was up on a board. With other people, so I think this is somewhat of a co-working space.
Around you, like where your desk is, there's a couple more of these desks. Some are completely empty. Others have an individual sitting at the nice chair that it's like pretty well dressed up, and then another individual, and they seem to be like talking about stuff. Every once in a while there's some laughter.
I don't know what I'm doing, but at least everyone seems happy here.
That's something, right?
They offered you tea or coffee or water. That's a lot of options.
I usually don't opt for coffee because it's a little bit out of my price range, or at least it was. And never get cream and sugar. I mean, those are things that go into muffins, so I've probably had those before, but not like in a drink. That's cool. Oh, and I'm gonna start checking my pockets. I don't know if I have enough money now.
Well, it seemed like it was offered to you. I don't know if you have to pay for it.
That's how they get you. They offer it without telling you the price. And if you have to ask for the price, you can't afford it, right?
Making it seem like it's complimentary, but then a good old switcheroo.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
And at that moment, you see Fern coming back with a nice warm mug. It's a very plain white mug. There's nothing on it. And she comes over. Here you go, Jack. And we're going to get that car all ready for the test drive for you. She gives a little smile and a nod and puts it down on the desk. And as she starts to leave, she notices, you can see she locks eyes with, I guess not locks eyes. You can see she looks at the computer and she goes, oh, Miles, are you having computer issues? Do you need me to get IT for you?
IT. No, I can figure it out. How much does this gentleman owe for the cup of coffee? Do I have to cover that?
No. Is this You've had better jokes, Miles. And she just nods and walks
You're
away.
So right, Fern. I'll let you know if I need IT.
And I'll let you know how this coffee is.
Why did she spell out it like I was a dog being, punished?
Maybe it's a guy's name, Idy.
Oh, that was much better than... I thought there was someone here who just everyone referred to as it, who needed to fix things.
Damn, that's rough.
There has to be something around here that I can fiddle with to get into this thing.
Yeah, Bjorg, as you drop your focus on Jackal and start looking at the desk, you see a few notable things. There is a picture of two kids doing silly faces at the camera. The boy is giving bunny ears to the girl, and the girl has her fingers in her mouth and is pulling her mouth open wide from the sides. These are the same two kids from your previous visions, Bjorg. Though they look even younger in this photo, and the photo has definitely seen better days, the edges are frayed even though the photo is in a frame. Next to it, there is a small display of a farm with plastic animals and little fences. It looks to be entirely made of small little bricks, and you see that they have the word Lego on them. There is a device on the desk with a bunch of buttons on it, each with a different letter, number, or symbol, but some have full words like shift and enter. There's another device with a cord coming out of it, a wheel in the center, and two buttons on either side of the wheel. And there's a big blank screen here with a sticky note on it. It says PW, one more month, with zeros where the O's would be, and each word capitalized. There are also a few drawers here behind the desk.
Taking a moment and pausing on the portrait, he reaches his hand out and just grabs it and turns it towards him a little bit more. And then he takes it with two hands and he puts it over in front of Jack, and then turns his attention to what I know to be the monitor and sees the PW. And I'm assuming the login info has username and password and with an open box. But I could probably gather that PW means password.
Yeah, I will say, as you move the portrait, you accidentally knock the mouse and the computer screen wakes up. From fully black to displaying images, it's just a blue background, a picture of you, Miles, with a name underneath. It says Miles Leland. And below is a white box that says password in it. And next to it is a circle with an arrow pointing to the right, and it's grayed out. Looks to be like a button built into the screen.
Oh shit. Lenore was wrong.
What's up?
She said my last name was Prower. That's much cooler than Leland. Miles Leland.
Hey, I mean, there's nothing wrong with Leland as a last name.
I suppose not. Prower has, I don't know, has a lot of vigor, anger behind it. There's some grit behind that name. But Leland is all right.
It's the kind of name that, it feels like it can fly, you know? It feels like it'll give you flight. But no, Leland's still good. Leland's fun. I mean, hey, that's progress though. That's your name, Miles Leland.
And these, as I spin the portrait around to him, these are my siblings. I saw them last time. I don't quite know their names yet. But...
Cute kids.
I feel a warmth inside when I see them. Like a responsibility that I hold deep down, but... I guess it's nice to know that it's a constant.
Yeah. Hey, do you feel like that, like you're missing that warmth back on Akaria?
A little bit. I felt it last time too when we went under. When I was back in our home of some sorts. I felt that pressure, but it was a good pressure. Not like I was in charge, but like they relied on me, like they counted on me. In Akaria, no one counts on me. It's just me. I only have to rely on myself. All of my money is spent on myself. I guess I throw some coin to you all here and there, but...
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say, you can rely on us, and we kind of rely on you. So maybe not to the extent of younger siblings that you take care of, but there's something. Just don't feel like you're on your own out there. But I get it.
I'm gonna push buttons.
Okay.
I'm gonna type in one more month into the password thing. And then I start poking the monitor. I don't know how to hit enter. It's not going. And I turn the monitor to Jack. How do I?
I'll poke the monitor. Oh wait, what about that button that says enter?
Oh shit! I was too busy pressing the letters. Enter.
Yeah, Miles, as you put your hands onto the keyboard, you quickly realize it's pretty easy to move your fingers around the device. It almost comes naturally to you as you type in one more month, and you see the grayed out arrow next to the word password changes from gray to blue, and then you tap enter. And as the computer opens up, you instinctively put your right hand on this other device on the desk. And as you start to move it, you see this cursor moving around the screen that you are controlling. And the basics of using the computer are coming back to you in this moment. It feels very natural. When the computer opens up, you see there's something that must have been left open on the screen. It is a website for a bank. It says Lockport Trust Bank. It says welcome M. Leland at the top. And there's a lot of information here, and a lot of it you don't understand, but you see there are 3 accounts, each titled something different. One account is titled Mom and Dad, and there is $112,000 in it. The next is titled Schmookus, and there is $96,000 in it. Finally, there's one titled Savings, and that one has $5,000 in it. There's also a blinking red exclamation point in the top corner, over top the icon of an envelope.
I've never known devices to have a good outcome when this happens. This might explode. Hold up.
I get into a battle stance, ready to run.
I try to drag my hand across with the mouse and bring it up to the envelope.
Clicking on it, it shows up with a message from the bank responding to Miles Leland. It reads, "Dear Miles, we have frozen your account due to suspicious activity. A sum totaling $112,000 from your account titled Mom and Dad was set to be transferred by end of day to Cedar Home Loans. This account has not had any expenditures in the past, and this payment was to be for the full amount of an outstanding mortgage for one Robert Leland. If this was a valid transfer, please call the number listed below and confirm your identity, and we'll unfreeze your account and commence the transfer. If you did not initiate this transfer, please call one of our account security specialists so we can keep your account safe from others. Thank you for putting your trust in Lockport Trust. Let us know if there's anything we can do to help."
This is going to be rough, Jack. I fear this was an alert. and they need me to confirm my identity, and I don't know who the fuck I am.
Yeah. Well, you know that you're Miles Leland, and that's a good place to start.
Let's okay. Let's take a moment. We're revisiting something, right? I can't be back where we are, right?
Yeah, no, this is like a memory.
Okay, so past Miles probably took care of that, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Do you trust past you to have done that?
Gods, I hope so.
Yeah, this is kind of a weird thing to navigate.
These numbers look huge, though. I feel like if it was important enough, he would have taken care of it.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, heck, even if that was silver, that's still like a hefty chunk of numbers.
Right.
Do you think that's like the point of this memory? I don't know if there are points to these, but both with me and Kevin, it was kind of, I mean, we wandered until we hit a point and then saw a thing and then we were back.
Well, if that is the end point, I feel like it doesn't hurt to look around a bit more until then, and then at least we have a spot to come back to if nothing else triggers the end of this door. Do you think it's interesting? I don't believe in coincidences, Jack. Don't you think it's weird that this time around, both Lenore and Bjorg got a door? They kind of rhyme.
Mentally debating, do I go along with this or do I shut this down? Yes, and you know, that is pretty weird. It feels like someone's in charge of this. Someone's making decisions.
I don't know who. I'm also shocked you chose to come with me. The fancy fairy party masquerade ball world seemed like a much more exciting expedition.
I mean, if you look at me, I don't exactly fit into a masquerade ball type setting. When I was with Santos, we went straight to a fighting pit when the ball world was literally across the hall. But if I'm being honest, I knew Lenore before she was this Lenore, and something felt like it would be particularly hard to see remnants of that old Lenore and whatever feelings came along with that.
Do you think that's where old Lenore came from? Originated from? Before our Lenore took over? Is that the right word?
I don't know if it's the right word, but it does feel accurate. I think so. I don't know. We didn't talk a ton, but we knew, we had a date and a half. I'm counting the half, even though she might not. But I think we talked about stuff, and that's it. There's no one else like her around. And that place really screams Lenore.
It's odd that someone can have an exact personality here and, well, here, as I just gesture to the world around us. So much so that she could just pop right in without anything feeling like it changed.
She's something special, I think. Just in general. I mean, thinking about where you and I are, or have been for the last at least 2 years back in Akaria, we're coming back to here. Everything feels alien. It feels weird, feels like familiar, but at the same time completely like it's from another world. And here she is coming from this place right into our home, and she's ready to go. Like she was casting spells within the first couple minutes, I think. So she was ready to be what she is now.
Do you think our versions of ourselves were like before we got there? If we were there before that? Were we there before that?
That's a good question. Like Jack with the ears, that Jack, if he existed before then, if he was there, do you think Hyde was also there? Or was that something that came with me when I joined in? I wonder if we can find someone that we could ask about this.
Santos might be the best option, because if he was a guard, would there be records of him before his memory came to him? Which was right around the same time ours did.
We'll have to ask him when we get back. You know, maybe we can ask that lovely lady about how you were here. Who is Miles, you know?
That's true. I'm kind of afraid to hear about that.
I won't push you. I won't push you to do it.
I'm gonna take a moment and look into the drawers just to try to see if I can get a better understanding of, or any sort of semblance of an idea of what Miles was like.
Yeah, you notice there's 2 drawers here. You open one of them and you see a bunch of large binders full of paperwork that seem to be mostly boring contracts. You see the word lease a lot. You see the word purchase of various vehicles, and they're organized by month. And then there is another drawer here, and as you pull it, it's locked, and you see a small keyhole.
This one's locked.
Maybe you have the key.
I pat down my person.
Yeah, oh, you have something jingling in your left front pocket.
There's a lot of keys. Some of these look really weird, like little spaceships. But I think this little brass one, cycling through different, like, keys from cars on the lot.
There's a couple normal looking keys, plus, like you said, these like different black devices. Some of them have buttons on it that look like padlocks, one open, one unlocked. But you find, yeah, this one very small one.
I'll place it in, give it a twist, and pull the drawer open if it unlocks.
It does, and you see a few things. There's a small box with 3 little figurines of people here. They're made of the same plastic blocks as the farmhouse, and you can tell one looks kind of like you. If you squint hard enough, it looks like you. And there are 2 others who you vaguely can determine to be the kids in the picture. And just to the side of that is a small booklet that says photos on the front.
Photo album. This could lead to who Miles was.
Crack it open.
Take it out, and I'll put it like sideways so like we can both see since he's sitting across the desk.
Taking a look at the photo album, you see there are a bunch of pictures throughout with the 2 children that are also in the frame on the desk. You see, as you keep looking and going further, they start older and get more recent as the 2 of them grow up. There is one of them playing under a tree at a park on a ratty picnic blanket. There's a photo of the young boy smiling, showing one missing tooth and holding up a small baggie with the tooth in it. There's a photo of the 2 of them smiling big as they hold up a small circular cake that has icing on top, saying, "Happy 11th birthday, Olivia and Lucas." Later, you see a photo of the girl, much older now, in a red outfit, holding a basketball next to a bunch of other girls her age in the same outfits. She's got a metal device affixed to her teeth. Finally, there's a picture of the boy in a nice suit with a different girl in a shiny silver dress, and they're holding a glittery sign that says Junior Prom.
I can pack every single thing I need to run an entire D&D campaign into one small modular chest that turns into my own DM screen. All thanks to Frontier Games Game Master Chest. This modular DM screen is packed with everything you'll need to run your next session, along with some incredible tools to make DMing that much easier behind the screen. This adventure kit is made up of compact wood with beautiful finish options, and here's everything it holds inside. Your dice, miniatures, tokens, initiative tracker, dice case, collapsible dice tower, a phone stand with built-in charging, an LED lamp that lights up your setup, magnets to hold your handouts, trays to hold your miniatures on, count them, 2 boxes to store your pencils and essentials, with enough room in the main compartment to hold your D&D books and maps, all held together securely by a button safety strap. Whew. The Frontier Games Game Master Chest is Dungeon Master innovation at its finest. So whether you're running your own home game or taking your DMing on the go, you'll have everything you need in one compact modular chest. Back the Kickstarter now in the link in the description to make sure you never leave your DM necessities at home. Frontier Games Game Master Chest Kickstarter is live, fully funded, and ready to enhance your DMing. Link in the description.
Name after name. I think we're slowly building the family tree here.
Yeah.
And if that screen was right, it looks like my father could be Robert.
That makes sense. You got Robert, Lucas, and Olivia. And you're Miles. I'm sorry that I'm saying your name so many times. I want to make sure. Does it sound better? Do you like this more than Bjorg? Does it feel better to you?
I haven't decided yet. I think either works. Miles felt
That's
a lot
fair.
better when these two, and I'll shake the portrait on the desk, when these two said it. But something about being back on Ikaria makes me feel more of a Bjorg. But maybe that's just because that's all I know.
It's all in the hat. It really calls to the name Bjorg. And also the inventions. If you weren't Bjorg, then the names of the inventions wouldn't make any sense.
Exactly. How would I cast my spells?
I couldn't tell you. There ain't no magic in these bones.
Miles, sorry to interrupt. They just got the Continental GTC that Jack was interested in out for him. It's right out front, and here are the keys. And she puts them on the desk and then looks at Jack. It is the most beautiful green I have ever seen. You are going to love it. Enjoy.
Okay.
Well, do you want to go for a test drive?
Man, Mel never let me drive the cart. I'm ready.
She gave us the things to utilize this. How different can it be from using the reins of a horse?
That's what I'm saying. I hope it's as fast as a horse, because that'd be pretty cool. I'm going to pat my pockets around. I'm looking to see if I have anything that's like the thing that she handed for the keys.
Yeah, I would say you have keys in your pocket of some sort. They definitely look much more worn. These ones look nice and new. There's no scratches or anything on them.
See, I have some too, so I probably know how to do this here.
Exactly. I think we go. Why not?
Yeah, Jack, you notice that there is a rabbit's foot on the keychain.
Oh, now that's interesting. I remember seeing this in in the first dream trip that we did.
So they are linked. This is the same realm? I don't know what to call it.
I guess. Can I tell what foot it is? Or what foot it would have been for the rabbit?
I would say probably, yeah.
Well, that tracks. That's, okay, all right, okay.
Yeah, they're probably all
Do you think we were friends
dealer
here?
plates, but I think the
I
dealer
don't
plates
know.
would have the state on them.
You think
There's
we're-
probably
I
a
mean-
small thing and you see...
Admittedly,
Yeah,
everything that
throughout
I've
that they
seen
say
of my past
Colorado.
doesn't look anything like this. So I don't...
I think we're in Colorado. Like we're from different Or that's just the name of all of these things, these vehicles.
Okay.
Do you know where you're from?
I have no idea where I was from. But,
Would I have noticed the license plate
Well, let's see. Maybe I have
of any of the cars if they because
something
they're
that says
probably
that.
similar.
And I'm going to look through the rest of my pockets to see if I have anything. Money, maybe?
Wallet, driver's license?
Yeah, Jack, you have a wallet with you, and as you pull it out, you find, again, the key ring that has the rabbit's foot was in your pocket, as well as some keys, and as the wallet, and inside you see there is a driver's license that says Jackal Campman, with a less than flattering photo of you, Jack. You're a little bit out of frame, a little bit like too low in the frame, and you look a little bug-eyed. Eyes are big and wide. And it says Maine on top.
This says Maine, which is not the same as Colorado as far as I can tell.
I wonder how far that is. It's got to be like a day by horse, right? How big could it be?
We could probably get there on this thing. And I'll gesture to the car. Do you want to go drive the cart?
Yes. I think that woman wants you to drive. And if you wouldn't mind, just for past Miles' sake, maybe make like a big spectacle as we go out. Like I've never seen someone as great at whatever this man does than Miles.
Okay, I can do that. I'm going to start looking for this beautiful green car.
Yeah, she mentioned it was out front, and you can actually start to you see it shining through the front glass windows.
Cool. Do we pass any people on the way?
Oh yeah, there's a couple of people looking around. There's a couple of people who are just kind of like standing around. There's a couple of people actually working.
I'm going to pull over just like as we're walking towards the front to just one of these people. Hey, how far away is Maine from here?
In miles?
No, that's me.
No, that's him.
Yeah, but like miles distance wise.
Who's Miles Distance? That's a good name, too.
I guess probably like 800 miles or something like that.
800 miles?
No, I actually just checked. It's over 2,000.
2,000 miles? All right, well, thank you for your time. 2,000 miles. Bjorg, that's 2,000 miles? Is that in the same country, landmass?
There's no way. This has to be like, you know how we're trying to get to the orbital? It has to be like we have to fly through space to get to wherever the fuck Maine is.
Jeez, and if that's where I'm from, this is blowing my entire mind.
We have a lot to, Lenore, I feel like Lenore could to put this all into perspective when we see her again.
Yes. When I see you again. That would be a good song name. Specifically based around cars, too. I'm gonna get into this car once I find it.
Yeah, you head out to the front lot, and in the lot you see a gorgeous green 4-seater convertible with its top down. Though it's a bit of an overcast and cold day, it's sitting in one of the open spots in front of the dealership, and it has the same Bentley logo on it that you remember from your previous dreams, Bjorg, from the first time you saw the symbol on your hand and you sent the car careening down the hill. And as you both approach it, you hear, "Miles, looking sharp today." And coming from somewhere else on the lot, you see Curtis, your manager. You remember him from the other dream where he wasn't so happy with how you were selling that day. He is smiling, sweating bullets in the sun in his full suit that is, again, just a little too tight around his midsection. And he comes straight for you. He looks directly at Jack and says, "I'm so sorry to interrupt. This will only take a second." And he turns to you, Bjorg, and grabs your shoulder and leads you away from Jack and whispers in your ear, "Did you forget that assignment I gave you? You told me you'd have it back today with the list of potential buyers from that new country club upstate. It better just be in your car, or I'm gonna freak out." And he says all this under his breath while never breaking a smile.
Bjorg is going to trust that past Miles potentially did this, and is going to bullshit his way out of it. Yeah, I believe it's just in the car.
Go to that shitty old car of yours in the back, and you better come back with that binder, or we're gonna have another long talk in my office, aren't we?
Yeah, I have a test drive, though.
I can take care of him until you get back. And he looks over his shoulder to Jackal. Look at him. He can't afford this. We are wasting our times with this lowlife. He's not even wearing designer shoes. Go, now.
All right. I will work my way clockwise around the dealer I try to figure out where, what might my car be.
Yeah, you head to the back where Curtis gestured your car to be. Back parking lot is pretty far away, and you're walking row by row by these luxury vehicles. And as you're walking, you don't see a single car on the lot that is under 6 figures in price. You eventually make your way to where it seems the employees park, as there's no stickers on these cars, and there are tons of different looking models here. Some extremely nice and clean, others large, others dirty from use or stuffed with items inside. How are you finding which car is yours?
Oh, God. He said it was shitty. So I assume that most of the other cars around the dealership that I've seen have been polished to a T, just undergone detailing, yada, yada, yada. So if I can find one that looks run down, not as extravagant, not as fanciful, potentially rusted, I'll probably just go try that first.
Yeah. You look around, you find a couple that you're like, oh, maybe you find one that you're like, oh, this one has some rust and stuff on it. You try the key in it and it doesn't seem to open, but you end up finding way in the back of the lot behind a dumpster, a dirty and rusty brown sedan. It's ugly as all hell. You're not sure if it would even move if you knew how to drive it. But when you go to it, you hear the door unlock.
Easy enough. I'll pop in and look for a binder, I suppose, if that's what he was looking for, or like a folder, something involving paperwork.
Yeah, the front of your car inside is pretty clean. There's nothing really here. There's some like cords and stuff that you're not really sure what they're doing there. There's like maybe a bag or two with some garbage in it, but it seems for the most part pretty nicely kept up here. You did notice that there was a similar keyhole on the back of the car.
Okay. Yeah, if I can't find what I thought I was bullshitting, I do start to question if past Miles actually did whatever he was supposed to do. But if I noticed the trunk having the same keyhole as the door, I would go just check every compartment that I could. So we'll pop the trunk.
Yeah, inside the trunk, you find a small suitcase that's decently heavy, so it's obviously full. There's also a binder here and a folder. The binder has the Bentley logo on the front, and the folder is just plain red.
We will check the binder first, make sure that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, it looks to be a list of different individuals who are members at this new country club outside the city. There's information on all sorts of things, their estimated financial status, their net worth, information on their jobs and their families. Much of this is left blank or as question marks, but some of it is filled out in pretty serious detail.
Tuck that under my arm, clench to my side, and I'll open the folder next, the red folder.
Yeah, the folder contains a bunch of different paperwork in it. The first thing you see right at the front is a calendar. It's the month of January, and it's just one page of a calendar of January, and January is circled at the top like 3 or 4 times. And the days are about 2/3 crossed off. Notably, the boxes where you would put appointments and things or what one is doing that day, they don't have any plans. In each box, it just says a cash number written down for each passing day. And at the end of each week, it is total. And a few dates are circled here. The first box that's not crossed off, which must be today, says Cedar Home Loans payment. Finally. And later this week, you see Schmookus, the grand finale. Other items in this folder include mortgage documents for a home from Cedar Home Loans. There is an envelope here addressed to a home in Denver, and it's addressed to Olivia and Lucas Leland. It's not been sealed yet. Inside are some pamphlets for various universities nearby with circled programs in them. Looks like some of them are labeled for Lucas for various creative writing tracks, and others are labeled for various biological sciences for Olivia. There's also a photo of you as Miles alongside Olivia and Lucas. And finally, there is a paper map. It's denoted at the top the United States, and there is a red line drawn and starts in a place called Denver. And you can see that it is in this larger landmass that is denoted Colorado. And it is drawn out in two different directions. One's heading out west towards a place called California, and the other to the northeast towards a city called Boston. Both have arrows with question mark. And you also notice that this must be a long trip because just near Boston, you see a landmass that says Maine.
I'm going to put the red folder behind the binder. It's kind of tucked in, almost hidden away. And I'm going to walk back out to the front and try to find Jack. It was Curtis, right?
Curtis, yeah.
Try to find Jack and save him from Curtis from whatever they were doing in the meantime.
Let's figure out, Jack, what you're doing in the meantime, because I want to jump back to you. You see that Bjorg leaves and heads towards the back of this dealership as this man walks up to you. Hey, beautiful car, isn't it? Let's uke you behind the wheel where you belong.
Yeah, I kind of like to wait for Miles before I head out.
Oh, Miles will be right back. He just forgot something in his car. But in the meantime, let's get you in this beauty. And he clicks the car keys and the green convertible blinks twice and you hear the doors unlock. And he walks over to the driver's seat and opens the door and gestures you inside.
Okay. Hey, can I see those? I just want to know what the feel is in the hand. You know, I know I'm barely gonna be holding them. These look like jewels.
Oh, yeah. You're going to be driving. You have to have the full experience because this model's one of my favorites. I can't wait to show you all about it. And he hands you the keys. You see this full touchscreen display here? It can rotate out of sight and instead has a veneer panel with 3 analog dials if you want a little bit of decompress time, no more screen time. It's gorgeous. I can't wait to show you. And he ushers you into the front seat.
I'm gonna, as I'm sitting down, look, pal, I know about half the words you said there, and I care about less than that. I just care if this thing goes fast.
Oh, it does. You get inside the car. It feels nice and luxurious, but Jack, it feels like you are in a spaceship. Nothing around you makes sense. There are so many buttons and levers. It's extremely overwhelming. And so Curtis hands you the keys and you see it's just a small black device with no obvious key to put into anything. And you definitely don't see a keyhole in this car. And he says, but first, go ahead and turn it on. Let's see how she purrs.
Can I do some sort of investigation check to try and figure out if I can do this?
I don't want dice here. I just want you to tell me how Jack,
Okay.
what Jack is possibly doing.
Okay, so it is, I'm sitting there and I'm just kind of, I'm just blankly staring kind of at everything. I'm trying to parse out all of the different things that I could potentially do, reading words, seeing what comes up, and I'm almost positive it's going to take a little bit too long. And so I'm just marveling at this. I mean, look at it. It's beautiful. Come on.
I know. Yeah, no, I thought maybe, I know not everyone has a push to start just yet. And so this one's actually in the console instead, but it's right there.
Oh, yeah, you think I didn't know that? I'm look at what I think is the console, which might be just the second seat. It might be, and then the glove box.
So you just push down the brake and push the button in the center there that says start stop.
50-50 on hitting what is the brake or the accelerator.
That one you could use die roll for you if you want.
All right. Let's see. We're going to do evens is yes, odds is no. We got evens. So I step onto a pedal that's in front of me and I press the start stop button.
Jack definitely 2-foots it, doesn't he?
A little bit. It's left foot on the brake and right foot is hovering over the other pedal that I can see.
Okay, but you are pushing the brake with your left foot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you hear the car turn on And as the car turns on, first of all, vroom, nice sounding engine. It's not super loud. It's actually pretty quiet, but because the convertible head is down, it's still got some oomph to it and it sounds real nice. It probably scares you a little bit, Jack, as you're not expecting necessarily for this car to sound like that. But as you turn it on, the radio comes on as well. And you hear it's on some sort of news channel and you hear, "The faceless killer claims yet another victim. A middle-aged couple was found dead in their home just outside of Minneapolis." Oh, how dreadful. I can't believe people listen to the news on purpose. It just harshes the vibe. Let's change that. And Curtis comes over into the passenger seat and gets in. And as he comes around, you catch on the radio, "Was taken from the scene of the crime, just like all the other murders." And he changes the station to something rock heavy with like lots of bass. He goes, "Yes. Now this is something someone in a car like this would listen to. It's elegant, but meaty. So how much do you love it so far?"
I'll tell you, buddy, the worst part about this car has been you so far, but the car is great.
Oh, I know. I'm saying I'm the one keeping you from the open road. And don't you worry, we're gonna get you on the road in no time. Let's just go over a few things before we get the test drive started. So Jack, this beauty can go 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds, has a maximum speed of 177 miles per hour and 771 brake horsepower. So I want you to imagine yourself cruising around town in this thing and tell me, what kind of places are you gonna go to?
Probably to the woods. That feels right. Maybe like the ocean, water. I'll go to Maine. I should see where I'm from.
Ooh, that's great. And whether it's warm, and he clicks some buttons and blasts the AC like crazy, and it's wildly cold with the top of this car down and it being January, or cold, and he fumbles with some of the buttons trying to turn the heat on, but it takes way longer than it should, and it's a bit awkward until the heat suddenly starts blasting. There we go. Whether it's warm or cold, you'll be the perfect temperature. And even the seats are heated. And he pushes a button and your butt starts to warm under you sitting there, Jack.
That's nice. You drive one of these?
Oh, no, not one of these. This is far too luxurious for my blood.
Then how are you selling it? Like, how can you sell something that you can't afford?
I don't understand. I don't own this car. The company owns the car. I work for the company.
Oh, so you're just another employee. I thought you were someone important. You tried to make yourself sound so cool.
You know, okay, we gotta start thinking not about me, but about you. So is this gonna be your daily driver or a plaything?
I'm gonna play with it right now.
Ooh, naughty. Only bring her out for special days? Love to hear that. Are you married, Jack? Because if not, or even if, he says, nudges you, driving around town with this thing will have you drowning in girls. You'll have a different girl for each day of the week.
Boy, that's a good question. Am I married? I hadn't really considered. You know, the last time I had one of these memories, I got into a fight with whatever girl was interested in me. So that was kind of a bummer. I wonder if we made up.
Who cares? Because you'll have new girls lining up, like I said. He like turns really squarely to look at you from the passenger seat. Just look at you behind the wheel. I really want you to picture yourself here. Let me get a picture of you. And he jumps out of the passenger seat and you can see he's just sweating everywhere. He left a sweat print of his butt on this like nice leather seat as he got up. And he walks to the front of the car and pulls out his phone and holds it up in front of his face. And you can see tilts his head back and puts the phone directly in front of his face and kind of holds it with one hand and taps the front of it with the pointer finger of his other hand. And you hear a shutter sound.
I'm going to cover my face.
You don't want to get your picture taken?
Well, I can't have them seeing my face after those next murders. And I'm going to rev the car. I'm going to press on that gas pedal.
Okay.
Remember the no-face killer? I want to drive away, but I don't know how.
Let's just get you the full experience. When we can hide your face. And he pulls from his pocket a glasses case and walks over and holds it out to you. Try these on.
Okay.
As you grab the glasses case, it's a little damp from his sweat. But
bummer.
Opening it up, you see a pair of aviator sunglasses. And he nods as he walks back to the front of the car to get his phone out again.
I will sit there pretty much emotionless. Do we have photographs in Icaria?
You've seen some stuff, paintings. I guess you get the idea from Bjorg showing you the photo album earlier, but maybe not fully understanding the concept. And he's just going, perfect, work it. You'll be turning heads in this thing. And he comes over and he shows you a few of the pictures he took. It's basically just a bunch of the same pictures with the sunglasses on, some in landscape mode that he keeps trying to rotate his phone to show you, but it's on auto rotate, so it just keeps rotating back and forth before he gives up and scrolls to the next one. And finally you get to the one where you didn't have the sunglasses on and your hand was in front of your face, and you get another good look at your human face, Jack. And as he is showing you these pictures, you hear footsteps nearby, and you can see Miles coming from behind the building with a binder in hand. Oh, here's Miles. So glad I could be of assistance, and I can't wait to see you drive this off the lot. We will just have to come get your driver's license all logged into our system and get you ready for the ride of your life. I'll have Fern come out. And he walks up to you, Bjorg, as you are walking by, and smiles, and he puts his hand out as he sees the binder in your hand.
Hand it out with one hand and then tuck that folder underneath my arm.
He smiles, grabs it, but it's one of those nasty smiles. Like he's smiling, he's upset and angry, and it's just fake. And he walks right by you into the building, and you see Jackal is sitting here wearing sunglasses in the front seat of this convertible. Jack, the heat warmers are still on and the heat is still blasting, but the roof's down and you're getting like the cold wind on your face, and it's just a weird overall sensation.
Excellent. Miles, hop in.
This looks fancy.
It's made my butt real warm.
Is it supposed to do that?
I hope so. Either that, it's gonna blow up. We'll see.
I found Maine.
Oh,
Look. And I pull open the folder, and I'll specifically grab the map, and I'll start at Denver, and then I'll show him, and I'll follow the red line to Boston, and then go up. I don't know
Ryan?
where Maine is.
yeah.
There's Maine.
Yeah.
And we're here.
Oh,
This is one fucking thing.
oh my God. That's overwhelming. This is too big.
I don't know how one thing can. I don't get it.
Well, you ready to start driving? We can get there in an amount of time, maybe.
Hit it. Let's go.
All right.
As you say that, you hear, gosh, that is sexy. And Fern has come out, and she's looking right at you, Jack, but playing it off like she was talking about the car. Jack, I can take your driver's license and get that all scanned in, and you can hit the road.
Okay. And I'll just hand her my wallet.
Oh, okay. And as she grabs the wallet, Miles, you start to hear and feel a rapid buzzing at your right thigh.
I grab whatever is. Oh, God.
Is that a bug?
It could be.
You pull out a device, and on the front, it's got a screen similar to the computer inside, but much smaller. It says, incoming call, Liv, with a picture of the girl you know to be Olivia. And as Fern is grabbing Jack's ID out of the wallet, she notices your phone is ringing and says, you can take that. I can get them all set.
Take it. Okay. This has to be just like the ear cuffs. And then I'm trying to figure out how to answer the call.
Yeah, there's a green button and a red button, and you can see Fern grabs Jack's ID and walks inside. Boop. And suddenly you start to hear a voice coming from the device, but it's really quiet because it's coming from like the speaker that you're looking at. And you just hear,
Miles!
Yeah?
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you. Didn't sound like you were there. Listen, I know you're working late, and I feel bad even asking. Do you think you could drive me somewhere tonight?
Of course. You never have to ask. Just tell me where and when.
I know, it's gonna be late. Listen, it's Melissa's 18th birthday. It's a big deal, and like senior year is almost half over, and most of these people I'm not gonna see again because they're going to college after graduation.
Yeah, it's no issue. I'll be up for a little bit too. I have to make sure that food's ready for Ma and all that. So, and hey, listen, if you want me to get you like one little drink at the gas station or something, just to celebrate with, as long as you don't tell anybody.
Really? Oh my god, thank you. Thank you. Oh, I can even try to scrounge some money for gas.
We'll figure it out.
Okay, great. See you when you get home.
Yeah. Home. Yeah.
Love you. Bye.
And you hear beep beep as the call ends.
I look over at Jack. Why the fuck was I talking like that?
I don't know. But if we're giving someone a ride, let's bring this thing.
Now that's pulling up in style. It's better than whatever the hells I was driving back there.
Oh, so you maybe can't afford this either? Even better, we're gonna steal this thing.
Say less. That guy is a dickhead, and I would be happy to put him under.
Fern comes back and hands you the ID. Jack, so you can throw it back in your wallet. She goes, you guys are all set. Enjoy. And she gives like a little tap on your shoulder, Jack, but it's one of those taps that like the hand stays a little too long on the shoulder.
Thanks, Fern. I'm going to steal this car.
She looks back. And Miles?
He is being kidnapped.
We're both going to see. I think he's making jokes.
I was going to say that's a much better joke than yours earlier, Miles, as she walks into.
Okay, how do I go? I'm gonna grab the shifter and just push it.
You hear a like you didn't push the button on the side properly, so it was like blocking, and the car felt like it wasn't like getting into gear properly. And as you fiddle with it, you hear boom, and suddenly the car starts moving forward.
Okay, all right. Not as fast as I thought it would go, but maybe if I touch this thing.
It's about the speed of a horse right now.
I'm gonna push my foot down onto the accelerator way too hard, probably.
Yeah, you do so. Luckily, this thing was pulled in sideways, or maybe unluckily. So you start to lurch forward, and you're heading straight for some of these other cars on the lot ahead of you, but it looks like the exit is to the left, and you have to make like a split-second decision.
Oh yeah, I'm aiming for the exit. I'm fast and furious drifting this shit out.
We're breaking out of here.
The back wheels are coming off the ground as you get out onto the main road and have to skirt back to the right. And as you do so, the back of the car whips wildly, and you are just completely losing control as you come into oncoming traffic and over a hill, a semi-trailer, as your car stops and stalls and it smacks into your car. And as it does so, vision of both of you goes black, and suddenly you're launched out of the door back into the tunnel in the mental train. And for today, that's a wrap.
My bad, bro.
That's a better way out than having to call a bank telephone number. I'm cool with that.
Thank you all so much for listening. This was a fun one, guys. It was very funny trying to see you guys. Like,
it was good.
You
it was
as
enjoyable.
people knew what to do, but how to get your characters to do it. I had to describe a keyboard without using keyboard terms. Yeah, I just love doing little stuff like that. Beautiful. This was so much fun. Join us over on patreon.com/castparty and come back in 2 weeks, and we are going to go see what's in Lenore's door. The Lador. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
What kind of information is even in this binder? A new guy's certified classy country club. It doesn't feel classy when you have to say that it's classy, but all right. Okay, potential buyers. Base drop. Kids, no. Spouse, no. Pets, too many to count. Fingers crossed they mean fish. Have a cop sack. Kids, 10. Job, daycare. Yeah, okay, that tracks. Jonas, job, cat wrangler. There's no more information. I don't know what that means, Miles. Dub word, salary estimate 7-figure plus. Job, unknown. Mob, maybe? Terrifying. Frosted Gears, job, artist. Her art must be amazing if she's got enough to afford one of these. Sainty love, fragrant. That's all? He smells? No details on how? Just he smells? Miles, please. It's like you didn't take this seriously. Eric 5, hobby, Bentley collector. Well, I mean, that's pretty on the nose. He just collects these things that we happen to sell. That's something that would only happen in stories, but here we are. Heather, hobby, traveling, often long distance to concerts, upgraded stereo system, ? How far could one even travel for music? Jesky Fire, kids 5, all starting with J. Jordan, Jasper, Jellybean, Jarrett, and Jared. Why? Just why? Okay. Kaylee, salary, inherited. Okay. But how much could one truly inherit from their family? Like enough for a car like these? Kana, hobby, watching other people golf. So not golfing. But that's like 90% of golf anyway, right? Lexi, spouse? Yes. Doesn't know about the boat, in parentheses. A secret boat. Now that sounds fun. Chops, kids 4, all in different sports. Big trunk, ? Is this Chops an elephant? Why would they have a big trunk? Max, job, retired, not by choice. Does that mean he was fired? Miles, how did you even figure this out? Mason, shoe size, 12.5. Okay, now that just seems completely irrelevant. And again, how did you get this information? Michael, job, influencer, needs car for content. What does that mean? They need the car to be happy? Like content? But what are they influencing? Opti, kids 2. One's cool, other isn't. Is this Opti that said that? Or was it you, Miles? I don't know which is worse. Ryan, salary estimate, cash heavy. Also mob, ? Oh, I wonder if he works with Dubword. What is wrong with this club if there are multiple potential mobsters? Stormrider, job, bodybuilder, hobby, drinking lots of water out of a big jug. Do we have expandable cup holders? Expandable cup holders. Oh, that's a good idea, Miles. All right, looks like this is the last one. Please just be one normal person. Bubba, job, lawyer, hobby, building model train sets, notes, also mob. Come on! I thought it was going to be normal. Where are these mobsters coming from? Miles!